Good evening. Dr. Daniel, as principal of Southside High School, I certify that all the members of the class of 2021 have met the requirements set forth by the state of Indiana and the Fort Wayne Community School Board of Trustees and should therefore be granted a diploma. At this time, I would ask that everyone please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh.
Good evening, parents, family members, teachers, honored guests, and soon-to-be graduates. Before I begin, I would like to issue a special thank you to our special guests who are on the stage with us tonight. With me tonight are Dr. Mark Daniel, Dr. Faye Williams-Robbins, FWCS board members Raleigh Booker and Jennifer Mathias. Also seated on the stage are Assistant Principal April Castater, Guidance Coordinator Christina McKinnis, and your Senior Counselor, Mrs. Mary Pink Pope. I want to extend a warm welcome to everyone and extend a heartfelt thanks for being with us here today. Southside seniors, we come together today changed by our past. Our recent past has shown us that whatever comes to us, we can overcome, even a pandemic. Throughout the year, you showed spirit and a never-say-die attitude as we moved to the finish line. It is my hope that in the 3 years that we were together, we taught you as much as you taught us. I will be brief, but I want to leave you guys with a few thoughts. You may or may not know that country music is pretty high on my playlist. A song was released by Rascal Flatts a year ago titled "How They Remember You." The lyrics are fitting of your high school journey and the life that you're about to embark on. I won't sing to you, I promise, but let me read you some parts of the song. And as I read this, please do some reflecting on your story and what got you here today. Did you stand or did you fall? Build a bridge or build a wall? Hide your love or give it all? What did you do? Did you make them laugh? Did you make them cry? Did you quit or did you try? Live your dreams or let them die? What did you choose? When you're down to your last dollar, will you give it or will you take? When a stiff wind blows the hardest, will you bend or will you break? You're going to leave a legacy no matter what you do. When it all comes down, it's not if, it's how they remember you. The pandemic was awful, and we don't need to rehash that. What I want each of you to focus on is the future. You have shown that you build bridges, not walls. You dug deep. You wore your masks every day. You still donated hundreds of pounds of foods to Miss Virginia's Food Kitchen. Our academic team started up again. Our fine arts team made it to state. Girls cross country and boys soccer had historic seasons. Southside athletes were once again well represented on the all-conference lists. We also helped out our community by having the largest student group participate in Fort Wayne's Great American Cleanup. Each of you didn't quit. You tried your best. You didn't bend or break. You rose above. This class will have the legacy as one that every challenge they faced, they conquered, and they definitely made Southside a better place. Lastly, I want you to remember that you enjoy an elite group of people. 98 graduating classes have come before you, and you now join them as the 99th. Southside is a family, and family will always have your back. Congratulations, class of 2021. To the people in the attendance today, when we honor our graduates with their diplomas, I ask each of you to consider why we came here today. I hope it was to honor your graduate and to allow to hear their name called in silence so we can reflect the great work and accomplishments of each student. I ask each of you to change the tone of our graduation from those you see on social media and make every effort to hold applause and shout until the very end. At Southside, we're striving to change how we recognize 13 years of hard work. What we would like to see is a ceremony filled with honor, dignity, and joy. At this time, I would like to introduce the Superintendent of Fort Wayne Community Schools, Dr. Mark Daniel.
Graduates, congratulations on making it to this day. You experienced and learned much since entering kindergarten in the fall of 2008. Wow, it's been that long. While the past year has been particularly challenging, the lessons you have learned and persistence you have shown to reach this point demonstrate that you are ready to move on to the next phase of your lives. Whether you're heading to college, enlisting in the military, starting your career, or taking time off to find your path in life, I hope you are leaving Southside High School with these critical success skills, which we call the 6 C's. Character. Having a strong character is demonstrated by being responsible, having integrity, and being resilient. Class of 2021 has shown resilience like no other, and you have clearly learned that persistence pays off. Citizenship. As graduates of Fort Wayne Community Schools, you have had the unique opportunity to learn with and learn from students of different races, ethnicities, family structures, different socioeconomic backgrounds, and so on. That experience, whether you realize it now or not, helps you to think like a global citizen, to have compassion for others, and to better understand the complexities of a diverse world. Collaboration. Throughout your years in school, you have had many opportunities to work independently and to work with your teachers and peers. Some of those experiences have likely been great, and some not so. But even those times when you've had struggled with others on your team, You have learned important negotiation and management skills that you will use in a future career. Communication. This one's sort of self-explanatory. If you can't communicate effectively, you will struggle to succeed. We will all continue to work on this one our entire lives. I'm included. Our language transforms, and the tools we use to communicate will continuously change. Creativity. We used to think only artists as being creative, but what we have found is creativity is needed in every discipline. To ask questions, pursue ideas, and be willing to fail. A creative mind can take what is learned in a failed attempt and apply it to a second, more successful attempt. Finally, critical thinking. A key change in education today is moving away from memorization and toward problem solving. You have unlimited knowledge at your fingertips, but you need to know how to evaluate that information and use it to solve problems. We got robots and computers that can do many things for us, but only humans, human brains, can take that knowledge and make it meaningful. So again, character, citizenship, collaboration, communication, creativity, critical thinking. As you go off to your next adventure, you can hone these schools for your own success and the success of your community. Wherever you go, I hope you return to Fort Wayne with your 6 C's intact and enthusiasm to continue moving our city forward. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel. At this time, I would like to introduce our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Faye Williams-Robbins.
It is always a pleasure to have the opportunity to play a small part at graduations. Though today is a special day, recognizing and celebrating the culmination of accomplishments that your young people and you young people have made thus far. Fort Wayne Community Schools also acknowledges that today is a day of beginnings. It is our desire that the education and experiences that you are enjoying and that you as parents are receiving and students are receiving today have prepared your students for a far greater experience and successes to come as they move into the next phase of their life. Thank you to the mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and other caregivers for the opportunity to have served your family and worked alongside you in ensuring your graduate received a quality education. It has truly been a privilege. To the graduates, job well done. You deserve the accolades that you received today, and best wishes for a bright future.
At this time, it is my privilege to introduce our salutatorian for class of 2021, Mr. Isaac Combs.
I would first like to congratulate each and every one of you. I know you have probably heard it 1,000 times by now. What you were able to accomplish during a global pandemic was remarkable, and you should be proud of yourselves. From not knowing if we were going to have any toilet paper left, to obsessing over a guy with a mullet and a tie addiction, to turning in that last English assignment, we have been through a lot in the last year and a half. Because of that, I know that the future is bright. Contrary to popular belief, for the most part, this generation is not full of lazy, phone-obsessed teenagers. It is full of hardworking, determined young leaders that are taking the charge and finding new ways to innovate and develop in their parents and grandparents before them. However, I do think it is important to thank those that have supported us along the way. I would like to thank my parents and grandparents for their unconditional love and support, and even my siblings, because while being obnoxious and annoying, they still support me and are often a good reason for me to isolate myself and get some homework done. I would like to thank all the teachers and staff at Southside. This administration team has changed the school in tremendous ways over the past 3 years, and I cannot wait to see where they take it in the next few years. Thank you to Mr. Curry and the athletic department for continuing to support and help Southside athletics grow. I'd like to thank the custodial staff for their countless hours before and after school, keeping the building clean and in shape. And I want to thank all of the students before us for laying a path and welcoming us in 4 years ago. All of the people I've just thanked are much more than a support system. They are part of the reason Southside is what it is today. They are the community that continues the tradition of the Ivy. If I'm being honest, I didn't come into high school with the best mindset. I didn't come in with the open mind that teachers always tell us to have. For most of my freshman year and even parts of our sophomore year, school was just a means to an end. It was one more stepping stone on our way to becoming part of society. And it was not until we lost normal school that I realized why school, and specifically school at Southside, was so valuable and impactful. Because when we lost in-person school, we lost part of the community. The Southside community is not just about education. It is a community that has been shaped over the last 100 years from generation to generation. It's a community so special that people never seem to want to leave. To name a few: Mr. and Miss Shepard, alumni and now teachers; Mrs. Dici behind me, alumna and teacher; Coach Nolan, alumnus, administrative assistant, and longtime track coach; Mrs. Johnson, Miss Riley, Mr. Graff, Mr. Adams, Mr. Seipels, and so many more alumni that still teach and/or are on staff at Southside. Mr. Ron Holmes, who returned from Vietnam to teach at Southside for 25 years. And lastly, the late Officer Nathan, who not only served as a resource officer, but was an ambassador of Southside athletics for over 30 years, and also got to watch my mom leave school every Friday of her senior year to go see my dad. The people I've just named are examples of why my mindset coming into high school was so wrong. Their dedication to Southside showed me that high school is not about the grades or the accolades. High school is about being part of a community that always fights for each other, even when the odds are stacked against you. A community that looks out for one another no matter their race, religion, or social class. A community that never stops giving back. Going to school at Southside has taught me that community and tradition does not die out. The specific individuals might come and go, but the impact they leave behind are what shape and preserve the importance of the Southside community. As we leave here today, many of us are going off to other cities and communities around the state and country. However, no matter where you go next year or in your lifetime, the Southside community will be a part of you. It has stood the test of time for 100 years, and it will stand for another 100. My fellow classmates, we have left our mark here as students, but our job is far from over. As we go our separate ways and begin new stages of life, I urge you to continue to give back to the community that has shaped you, but also to use the experiences of the past 4 years to help build and shape the communities you will be a part of in the future. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce my longtime classmate and friend, the 2021 valedictorian, Jenna Moore.
Good evening. Today has been 4 years coming, and I'm so happy to be sharing it with all of you. Congratulations to my fellow classmates, we did it. Graduating high school is an incredible achievement, not to mention doing it amidst the uncertainty of a global pandemic. Though I hope times become more precedented soon, I know that overcoming this has taught us that we can get through anything. However, we didn't do it alone, and I would like to thank the people who have helped me get here. Thank you to my dad for his encouragement, for always loving me, and for always trying his best. Thank you to my sister Kate for laughing with me and being good company on our morning drives to school. This was her first year at Southside, and I'm grateful I got to experience it alongside her. I also want to thank my teachers for their support, advice, and for working so hard to make our senior year wonderful. Lastly, I want to thank all of my IB classmates. I really enjoyed the past 2 years, and I can't wait to see what you guys do in the future. I encourage each of you to find someone you can thank for helping you make it to graduation, whether that be your family, friends, or Mrs. Pink Pope. Southside has been our home and is something we will have in common for the rest of our lives. I'm proud to be an Archer, and like Isaac said, our school is truly unique in its sense of community, which is one reason why I love it so much. There are so many amazing people who continually make the world a better place, and I asked some of my peers what made Southside so special for them. For some people, it was sports. From soccer to softball to marching band to winning the girls' 2020 country sectional. For others, it was friends, from hanging out in commons to messing around during lunch to pep rallies to junior year biology class. But for me, it was a compilation of moments and memories. Winning bizarre items from Mr. Dici for guessing his brain starters correctly, and creating a civilization named Bazinga in world history are two things I'll always remember from my freshman year. Bazinga had its own war chant and everything, which my group performed for Mr. Baker. Last year, my friend Shelby and I rolled a can of beans around Southside's hallways. We were filming a video for a food drive club, and thanks to the can's streamlined aerodynamics, the can never rolled straight, and half the time, I was scared it was going to explode all over F Hall. In French club, I loved building gingerbread houses and playing a porte-moi each year. Mr. Buzzard also made a special appearance as General Charles de Gaulle in one of my English projects. And when my doubles partner and friend Claire and I won a three-set sectional tennis match, we felt like we could conquer the world. But it wasn't all easy. I also asked my peers what problems they faced during high school and what those hardships taught them. We overcame mental health issues, anxieties, and stage fright. Sometimes it was difficult to stay motivated and to stop procrastinating, especially during COVID. We also can't forget those pesky English annotations. I definitely struggled with similar challenges. I worked on becoming more comfortable with my identity and pushed through weeks where my pile of homework seemed impossible. I learned that I actually can't survive without homework. I learned that I actually can't survive without vegetables and enough sleep. But in the end, we learned to be confident and to believe in ourselves. We learned to work hard because nothing in life comes easy. We're thankful for the teachers, family, friends, and bridges who never gave up on us and who helped us grow. We will continue to face obstacles and get stronger each time we defeat them. Though right now, I can't think of anything harder than finding a derivative. Looking beyond graduation, I hope you'll remember what Southside has taught you and that you'll use your education to better the world. The things we learn in school only start to mean something when we use our knowledge to help other people. Keep your goals in sight and be confident that you can succeed. Our futures are filled with so many exciting things, like starting college, finding our careers, being independent, trying new things, and just seeing where life takes us. High school has been one of my favorite seasons of life, and I will always treasure my time at Southside. Thank you, and congratulations again.
As the names are being read, we would ask that all applause be held so that each student can get the respect they deserve on this great day. Once again, we thank you all for your cooperation. At this time, I will bring up the first of two readers, Ms. Marianne Dici.
Jenna Moore. Isaac Combs. Solani Lacona. Shelby Lindley. Jose Nino. Oliver Spencer. Belise Rowe. Keaton Greider. Beletu Rowe. Matthew Thurber. Sierra Calloway. Jasny Combs. Isaac Green. Maria Guzman. Rosa Guzman. Samuel Heller. Noemi Lang. Michaela Ignacio. Carlos Juarez. Carly Lane. Isabel Jubilee Rakena Camacho. Nathaniel Sasson. Miat So. Josie Sprenger. Ariel Towns. Mira Walda. Daniel Buendia. Jasmine Diaz. Xiomara Lagunas. Shakira Salter. Luis Aldave. Amir Pierre Lewis. Kamisha Acklin. Ketron Adams. Areli Aguilera. Diana Aguilera. Oscar Aldave. Hermila Alvarez. Gabrielle Ames. Alexis Alejandra Arana. Stacy Arriaga. Miguel Arroyo. Edulai Ong. Mong Ong. Hortensia Baez Morales. Sierra Barker. Cameron Barnes. Oscar Barrera. Natalia Baron. Adrian Bautista. Anya Blauvelt. Tashonda Boatman. Desiree Bamey. Roselle Bonner. Veronica Booker. Devin Boothby. Dakota Boyd. Kamari Bragg. Brianna Bright. Latavia Brown. Jarrell Caldwell. Jenny Camacho. Angela Carbajal. David Cardona. Yurette Carmona. Carmelo Carrillo. Janaya Carter. Zakel Clancy. Amia Coleman. Terrion Coney. Cassidy Connolly. Cassidy Connolly. Deshaun Conwell. Alana Cook. Sylvia Cordova. Eduardo Covarrubias. Sierra Craig. Ricardo Cervantes. Xavier Craighead Lash. Zaire Crisp. Alexis Crozier. Joshua Colfer. Taylor Dates. Blake DeLucine. Ana Rosa Diaz. Valentine Diaz. Sylvia Diaz Saldana. Demarion Dixie. Zachary Doling. Bailey Duke. Latrell Eaton. Serenity Ellis. Jael Esparza. Milagrita Espinoza. Nigel Esters. Desiree Fanning. Ka Far. Jonathan Fernandez. Ramon Fernandez. Hunter Fiedler, Boston Fisher, Josiah Flores, Avion Follins, Rebecca Foreman, Destiny Foster, Gina Galicia, Lamontre Garrett, Azaria Gary, Julius Gay, Naira Gentry, Amarion Glover, Kiora Goodwin, Jada Greek, Guillermo Guzman, Tamaya Hall Jackson, Nicholas Hanna, Noah Harrington, Christian Helton, Jorge Hernandez, Kayla Hill, Travion Hilliard, Ariana Holdeman, Xavion Hollister, Sierra Holloway, Jeet Tu, Nathar Tu, Thursday 2. Devin Hubbard Thornton. Maud Hussein. Dylan Jackson. James Jackson. Lamara Jelks. Quantrell Jones. Tori Jones. Austin Jordan.
Asika. Pa Ki. Zen Mar Khan. Amara King. Keith King. Lillian King. Lillian Kenny. Alonzo Knight. Kelvin Levert. Brianna Leal. Fernando Limas. Melissa Leon Duran. Christopher LaShore. Giovanni Lopez. Javier Lopez. Jessica Lugo. Ariana Lynn. Giancarlo Magana Beltran. Puma. Kenneth Maldonado. Devontae Malone. Javante Malone. Andy Martinez. Perla Martinez. Veronica Martinez. Christina May. Xander McCutcheon. Savannah McGee. Leonard McGraw. Amber Manessi. Marco Morales. Marixa Morales. Matthew Morris. Laura Mudd. Michaela Murray. Roy Mwangi. So Mint. Ferry Nay. Leandrew Nelson. Thazin Wei. Alexandra Nino. Solomon Nino. Howie U. Julian Ortega. Juan Ortega, excuse me. Eric Pencardo. Michael Parker. Brittany Ramirez. Taylor Reinig. Angelica Perez. Jocelyn Perez. Freddie Perez Jimenez. Lachey Peterson. Jennifer Pisano. Jace Pomeroy. LaShante Price. Brittany Ramirez. Taylor Reinig. Robert Rembert. Viviana Resendez. Eric Reyes. Zamarquius Reynolds. Jonathan Rivera. Marissa Rivers. There's not one here. Marissa Tompkins. Leandre Robinson. Xaviana Roddy. Xaviana Roddy. Eric Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez. Jessica Ross. Kaylin Royal. Emmy Salgado. Victor Salgado Castaneda. Daniela Sanchez. Dariah Sanders. Elvia Sandoval. Viviana Sacida. Jennifer Sacido. Thomas Sourwine. Holden Shorey. Jackson Schroeder. Sydney Seals. Yasmin Serrato. Zyke Shaw. Haley Sides. Grace Sims. Devonna Smith. Micaiah Smith. Pa Cuso. Ianel Sorrells. Jose Miguel Soto. Mariah Soto. Jamia Spence. Lincoln Stolte. Brooke Stout. Tiasha Taylor. Alejandro Toledo. Mariela Toledo. Daniel Tompkins. Maitia Tunich. Shannon Trindle. Timothy Tyra. Robert Upchurch. Juan Vasquez. Diego Vasquez. Eduardo Vasquez. Fernando Vasquez. Jesus Vasquez. Marco Vasquez Zamudio. Cesar Vigara. Vanessa Villanueva. Brandon White. Tabrasia White. Promise Wilkins. Aliana Williams. Devontae Williams. Shania Williams. Isaiah Wilson. Lamaya Woodson. Sophia. Jasmine Yoder. Claudia Zavala. Chit Zaw. Dominic King. Joanna Terrazas. Jeremiah Powell.
At this time, my apologies. At this time, would the seniors with the class of 2021 please stand? As your final high school assignment, please turn your tassel from your right to your left. You are now officially the 99th graduating class of Southside High School. Congratulations.